How do we take back power? How do we move forward? And how do we move away from this police state?
I think the most important thing is for those of us who are aware of the police state information to fearlessly use our influence. So when I set about to make this movie, people are like, well, Dinesh, don't you think you might get a visit from the FBI? And when I sat down with Dan Bongino to talk about this film, we were like, listen, we're not really going to hold back. This is going to be very fair-minded, but on the other hand, it's going to be fearless. We're going to take you into the bowels of the police state. We want to show you this kind of evil sausage-making machine at work. And we also want to show how ordinary citizens, not just Trump or the January 6th guys, but the ordinary, the mom going to figure out what her kid is being taught in class, or some pro-life activist, what ordinary citizens going about their normal day, what happens when they come face to face with the police state. So there's a lot of this in the film, and I think it's going to frighten people. It frightened me in the process of making the film. And it's partly also because a film shows it to you. It's one thing if you or I were to sit down someone and lecture them. Americans have a hard time believing that this country could become a police state. It's never really happened before. So it's a thought that's difficult to get your head around, but a film can show it to you in a way that's unforgettable, and hopefully it will be one factor that kind of galvanizes people into action.
Can you speak to some of those aspects in the film? Because you have real people who have been raided for the most absurd of allegations of non-crimes by this police state.
Well, the police state is not interested in real crimes, and that's very clear because look, we've got two phenomena going on. You've got on the one hand rampant criminality in our major cities. And it's reached such epidemic proportions that to some degree the stores and the restaurants are sort of like they're just habituated to it. They have policies like don't chase the guy outside the store, and as long as he doesn't pull a knife, don't call the cops. I mean, they literally are generating a how-to manual for when you get robbed. Now, on the face of it, this is a puzzle because police states normally don't allow this. You can't go to a police state right now and start robbing someone on the subway without, cops showing up in truncheons, beating you senseless and dragging you away, maybe never to be seen again. So police states normally provide law and order. So how do you explain the fact that this police state has this rampant criminality going on side by side with the fact that the police agencies of government are not chasing down the criminals? What they're doing is chasing down political opponents, trying to get the goods on Trump, trying to figure out how do we, find, let's just say, pesky filmmakers like Dinesh, try to figure out, is there a way we can shut this movie down? So what you have is a police state obsessed with political crimes, which are nothing more than offering resistance to the building of the police state.